up, everybody? We are live and back for week 11 of Big Bet Bros, your weekly NFL wagering podcast. Man, we're excited. We've got a fun slate this week. We've got some awesome games, some awesome picks. I feel like we've done a little bit better job of doing our homework this week. We're pretty prepared, and we are ready to go. Hunter is coming off a really, really good week. Was almost a great week, 4-2, finished the week, and I had a little bit of a setback. I went 2-3-1, so not the end of the world. We are overall, I believe, Hunter, you are 4 or 5 units up on the season, and I'm at 5, so we're kind of right there, neck and neck, pretty consistent overall, and we're avoiding bad weeks. We just aren't having great ones. So see if we can change that and keep it rolling. Hunter, thoughts on week 11, man?
Man, all my bets except for the Tennessee Titans, all my bets looked great. Commanders bet felt great all game long, and at the very end, they lost the -2.5. So that was a bit unfortunate, but very, very pleased going 4-2. So yeah, I'm very pumped about how the season's going. We're still in the positive. So,
well, man, right off the bat, you're going to get a chance to keep riding with the Commanders if you want to. That's our week one. That's our first game of the week, man. Tonight we've got the Commanders at the Eagles. Eagles are 3.5-point home favorites, and this seems a little bit like a little bit of an overreaction to kind of the recency bias. All right, and the Eagles looking better as of late, and the Commanders stumbling a little bit. I mean, they lost to a good Pittsburgh team, last week in a really, really good football game. It looks like people are believing the Eagles are the better team here. So what are your thoughts on this one? First game of the week, Thursday night, dude, that's our special right there.
The Thursday night special. I'm going to go ahead and take a look at what the public's doing. 63%. Oh, had a little voice crack there. 63% of the public is on moneyline Philadelphia Eagles. The spread is pretty even. 53% of the public think Eagles -3.5. And then the over-under is actually pretty interesting. It's basically 70-30. People are picking the over. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to pull a Dusty here, okay? I'm going to go Washington Commanders +4 on the alternate line. I'm giving up just a little bit of profit if this hits. For some reason, it's not letting me place it. Okay, there we go. So I'm going to do 1 unit, Washington Commanders +4. I really like this spot. The Eagles are looking way better, so I totally get the reason people are all over the Eagles at this point. It does seem like the Eagles are back, but Eagles have been dominant the last couple weeks, and I look for them to regress just a little bit. So I'm going to go ahead and do Washington Commanders +4. I'm going to do that right now. I got that, and it is done. Bet slip is filled out. Washington Commanders +4. Dusty, are you playing this game?
Taking the exact same pick as you, my man. When you said you were pulling a Dusty, you already knew what I was thinking. So I think it's going to be a close football game. We talk about it all the time. If you're going to bet the game, in a game that should be neck and neck, and you're giving me 4 for a team that is as good as Philadelphia, in my opinion. This is a huge NFC East game. So yeah, I'm rolling with the Commanders +4 here, and I'm excited to watch it. I think Thursday night. I think we've lost 1 game on Thursday this year. So last time we lost a game, we talked about how good we were doing. So that was probably a bad mistake just now to talk about it, but still rolling with the Commanders +4.
Okay. All right, what's our next game, brother?
Next game, Green Bay Packers at the Chicago Bears. And this is another one, man. I feel like this is an overreaction. The Bears are 5.5-point home underdogs against the Packers. The Bears have obviously regressed in the results column. They lost to the Patriots last week, 19-3, looked horrible. Packers on the road. I mean, this is a lot of points going on the road against a team that, overall is much improved from what they've been. I mean, what are you thinking on this? You like this line? Do you think it's a little bit weird? What are your thoughts?
To be honest, I would like to take the Bears in this spot. That's a pretty big home dog. 5.5 seems a little bit slim. I think it should be more like a 6.5 point spread. So I'm not quite comfortable, I don't think, taking the Bears in this spot, even though I'm very tempted to. What say you?
Yeah, I'm not going to play it either. I like the Bears. Kind of have the same opinion. I don't want to take the Packers here just because of how many points that is. This is the game that I'm just not sure on. I don't have a really good feel for it. I don't have a strong opinion on it, so I'm going to stay away from it. Nothing would surprise me. I mean, I think the Bears, bouncing back at home is likely, but I can see the Packers when the Packers are playing well, they have the ability to go in and smash the Bears. So I'm going to stay away from this one. I don't like it.
Okay, sounds good, brother. What do we got next?
Okay. This might be the biggest spread I've seen this season. Detroit Lions at home against the Jacksonville Jaguars, favored by 13. Lions minus 13 at home against the Jags.
All right, what's the public doing? That's my first question.
Well, I mean, they're all over the Lions because, let's see here. Yeah, I mean, good gracious. Yeah, so, 96% money line. Obviously, people are going to pick the Lions to win this game. The spread, though, even at 13 right now, it's 79% Detroit. This just feels like a really crazy ball. People would put this kind of spread in a teaser, and you're getting these points right off the bat. I would feel really comfortable just going plus the 14. Keeping it within 2 scores. You're looking at a 21-point game and a backdoor cover, easily on this. This is too tempting. That's the only thing that scares me. This is too tempting to take the Jaguars.
Right. What about Jaguars money line plus 525?
I guess I could put $5 on it and try to win 25 or something, but I don't. No. That feels like you're wasting your money.
$5 wins. Well, $5 pay. Yeah, you're right. $5 payout. $5 pays $31.25. So yeah, basically $26 profit.
Yeah, that feels like you're just giving away $5.
Oh, does it?
But yeah, to me, are you going to do Jaguars money line?
No, I'm being the annoying little brother. Man, I am very, very tempted to. God. So I really want to do Jaguars plus the points, but the only problem is I feel like the Lions in their head feel like they got away with one last week. They're probably not happy with their performance. Jared Goff had a terrible game. He threw 5 interceptions. We just got a comment that rolled in, so let's see what we got. Joe Frazier.
It's our Ravens fan.
That's cool. I'm going to go ahead and stay away from this game. I could easily see the Jaguars, like you said, doing a backdoor cover, or I could see the Detroit Lions winning 42-7. So I'm going to go ahead and stay away from this one. What you got, Dusty?
Yeah, the Lions are one of the only teams in the league that really blow people out. Okay? So that's why this line is what it is. 13, I really do think it's the biggest line I've seen this season. But you can't convince me to take that many points, and I still, even with that, I still don't feel comfortable taking the Jags. I think it's very likely that they do absolutely wax the floor with Jacksonville. So, I'm staying away from it.
Okay.
Maybe I don't have any balls. I don't know. Maybe I should take the Jags. That's the play if you're going to play it. I just can't muster up the intestinal fortitude to place that bet. Joe, what do you think, man? Would you bet the Jags here? Let us know. Let us know in the comments if you'd bet the Jags here. All right. I bet Justin Day's probably taking them -2. So we'll see on that. Next one up, Minnesota Vikings at the Tennessee Titans. Vikings are 6-point road favorites here, taking on the Titans. Okay. Hunter, you're the Nashville professional here. All right. You have a good feel for the sports landscape down there in the Great Volunteer State. So, what do you think about the Titans being 6-point home underdogs here?
Dude, I tried to bet the Titans last week, and I felt really good about it, but they didn't even come close to covering. There's just too much uncertainty. Like, at this point, it feels like the Titans are playing for the number 1 draft pick. It really does.
Them and the Giants.
I wouldn't be surprised if they're like, secretly trying to lose these games. So I'm just going to stay away. Every time I bet the Titans, I lose. And every time I bet against the Titans, I lose. So I'm just going to stay away from it. Simple as that.
Yeah, this one, everything tells me like, yeah, take the Vikings here, -6, or -5.5 or whatever. Just everybody's all over them. I mean, it's 80% of the public's on the Vikings. And yeah, the public's going to win at times. This feels like one where it's pretty likely. The thing about Sam Darnold right now and the Vikings is they're struggling on offense. Sam Darnold is all of a sudden kind of regressing, and the turnovers he's got the turnover bug big time. Joe's comment, come on, Calvin Ridley. The thing about the Titans is they still have, you've been saying it from the beginning of the season, Hunter, their roster. I mean, I know they got rid of Hopkins, but dude, they should be better than what they are. And a lot of the losses that they had early on in the season really just came at the hands of really bad, untimely turnovers from Will Levis. And so it's kind of hard to figure them out. It's not hard to figure out that they're a shitty football team. They are. But this many points at home, yeah, I can see them hanging in there, but I don't think I can take them. Every time I bet the Titans, man, I'm just like you, I get screwed. So can't do the Titans, and I'm not taking the Vikings with that many points with the way that they're playing right now. So that's a no-go for me. On to our next one. You good with that, Hunter?
Dude, absolutely. By the way, just figured out how to turn my lights up on my phone, so that's what I was looking down for. Sorry about the distracted podcasting habit.
Well, I love the next game. All right, next game, and it's got huge AFC implications. Baltimore Ravens going on the road, take on the Steelers. 12 o'clock, all right, best noon game of the day by far. And Steelers are 3-point home underdogs. All right, 3-point home underdogs. What say you, Hunter? Do you want me to go on this one? Because we both have the same opinion on Mike Tomlin. We talk about it weekly when he's a home dog and a home favorite. I think I already know what you're going to do here. So
go. I'll let you go first.
So I'm taking the Ravens, but I'm taking a -2. And that goes against everything that I believe in because we talk about the Steelers constantly. Tomlin at home when he's a dog. I just think that I think the Steelers have a little bit of an inflated record. Yeah, kind of like the Chiefs. They have found ways to win games. They're running the football. They're taking care of it. They're playing great defense. I don't think that they're going to be able to score with Baltimore. I know the Ravens defense is super shady right now. That's the one weakness that they've got. They can't really stop anybody. But I'm taking the Ravens here on the road, but I'm taking them minus the 2 points. All right.
Yeah. What Joe said, if you see the comment down there in the left corner, Ravens all day, bro. I'm gonna do the exact same thing. Yeah.
It feels wrong. It feels wrong.
It does. It does. Historically, Dusty and I have always bet the Steelers whenever they are more than a 2.5 point home dog. But I agree with a lot of the things Dusty said. I think the Steelers are a little bit overhyped. I do think that this is the best team they've had in a really long time. Maybe since that season that they started 10-0 and then lost in the first round of the playoffs. But yeah, I could see this bet going over either way though. Like, this is not my favorite bet on my slate by any means. I could absolutely see the Steelers covering it and maybe even getting an outright win, because we know that the Ravens occasionally this season have just slipped up against teams that they should have absolutely dominated. Those teams being the Cleveland Browns and the Las Vegas Raiders. So I don't feel great about this pick, but I'm going to go ahead and roll with Dusty on this. Ravens -2. Come on.
Okay. All right, we got Ravens -2. We're both going there. So that means we are at, well, we're only at 2 picks for the day so far, right? 2 picks for the day. We've got the Commanders plus the 4, and then we've both got, the Ravens -2. Okay. Raiders taking on the Miami Dolphins on the road down in South Beach. All right, Dolphins, 7-point home favorites here. Tua is back. They looked pretty damn good the other night against the Rams. That game was one that I was off on. Expected more out of the Rams. Dolphins looked pretty solid. And, man, the Raiders just are the Raiders. So this is another one that's kind of uncomfortable here. And this is me buying points again. But I am going to go the Dolphins here. And I am going to go Dolphins, and I'm going -6. All right, so I'm going Dolphins -6. That is going to be at about -130 to take that. But I don't think the Raiders can beat them. I don't think the Raiders can score with them. And the Dolphins defense is looking better. So Dolphins -6.
I'm going to stay away from this one. I do agree the Dolphins are looking way better, but Raiders, kind of like the Titans, they always seem to spoil my bet. When I bet in favor of them, I lose. Whenever I bet against them, I lose. So I'm going to stay away from this one. If gun to the head, you had to tell me, you told me that I had to pick who's going to win this game, I would say the Dolphins, but seven's a little bit too many points. So I'm going to stay away from this one. What's the next game?
We got the Los Angeles Rams heading up to Foxborough to take on the New England Patriots. Patriots are home underdogs. The line here is 4.5. All right, so the Rams favored by 4.5. Drake May, man, number 3 draft pick and number 2 draft pick. Saw this little headline come through this morning. Have both beaten Caleb Williams in the last 3 weeks. All right, so Drake May looking better. Patriots looking like they might have a little bit of a revival going on. Are you coming back to your Patriots ways here?
No, I'm going to stay away from this game as well. Yeah, the Patriots, they are looking a lot better, and I think Drake May was actually a good pick for them, but they've still got a lot of issues. I would actually be tempted to bet the Rams in this spot since they were such a letdown last week. I feel like the narrative is that the Rams, are kind of done for and that they're not any good. I could see them taking care of business this week, but I'm just going to stay away from this game personally. What do you got, Dusty?
Yeah, I really, really want to take the Rams here. Just for what you just said. The problem is are they done for, right? What is the mindset? Obviously there is no trading. The trade deadline has passed. They've got who they've got. The problem here is the public's all over the Rams, right? And so, what we've done in the past is, rolling with the Patriots here, especially you. That is the play. I think the smart play if you're going to bet the game, just because you want to be, most of the time you want to be opposite of what the overwhelming majority of the public is. But this is another one that I'm going to stay away from too. So long-winded answer of saying I'm not playing it.
Okay. What we got next?
Indianapolis Colts heading to the New York Jets. Anthony Richardson back in the starting lineup after Joe Flacco looked like crap the last 2 weeks. So Jets are favored by 4 at home, all right, against the Colts.
Okay.
This is another one that's very tempting. This is another one that's very tempting for me. I really want to go with the Colts here. And yeah, I want to go with the Colts. I don't know. This line has moved. This line has moved. People are on the Colts. It's not overwhelming though, right? It's not overwhelming. There's Justin Day's pick right there. Okay, I have to go Colts now. I'm going Colts plus the 4. All right, Colts plus the 4. I don't have the balls that he does to bet them not only money line, but you take a couple points there. Or given a couple points, but he has been right. He's been right many a times. So that gives me comfort knowing that I was leaning towards the Colts here.
Yeah. I'm gonna go ahead and stay away from this one. I would
You
be.
can't buy
I would
into
be,
him.
What's up?
You know, here's the thing, Hunter. The Colts last week, I picked them to cover against the Bills, and they looked okay for a little bit. It was looking like they could do it. All right, they're not gonna lose against the spread 2 weeks in a row, man. I just feel it. Okay. And Justin, I know you're not a professional. Neither are we, man. Just so you guys know, this is all for fun. All right. This is not investment advice. All right. If you have a gambling problem, 1-800-BETS-OFF, 1-800-GAMBLING.com, all those sites. Yeah, this is just for fun. So we're not professionals either. We're just pretty good at it.
Yeah, if you have a gambling problem, I'll take 10-1 odds that you're going to relapse. So
yeah, I bet you I'll get you betting by the end of the weekend.
Yeah, I don't know how I'm going to get you, but I'm going to get you. Yeah, I'm gonna stay away from this one. I don't know, man.
Okay.
I'm not. I don't have a. I would really be tempted to go Colts because Anthony Richardson is back in the fold, and but I just think both of these teams are an absolute mess. So I'm just gonna steer clear of it.
Yeah. Hey, I love the fact that you're going that way. If you don't have an opinion on it, yeah, buddy, stay away from it. Okay, that's a smart move. Can't lose a bet that you don't bet. All right.
That's right.
All right. Next game up on the slate. Seahawks on the road at the 49ers. 6.5-point home favorites are the San Francisco 49ers. This seems like too many.
Oh, you think?
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
Maybe not. You don't think it's too many?
Man, the Niners looked good last week. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and stay away from this one as well.
Okay. Yeah, man, I'm staying away from it too.
Okay.
I don't like it. The NFC West games, man, are really interesting. By the way, who do you think is going to win that division?
What do you mean?
Who's going to win the NFC West? The Cardinals? The Niners? Seahawks? I mean, we got.
I'm going to go Niners.
You're going to go Niners? Okay. Man, I think the Cardinals are right there. Right there with a chance to do that. They're off this week. This really is a huge game standings wise. I mean, Seahawks came out of the gate early, and they've, I think, dropped 4 of 5. The Niners are 5-4, right? So Seahawks are 4-5, Niners are 5-4. This is a huge game. Nobody's running away with that division. So this is an interesting game. The reason I say that's too many is just because in a divisional matchup, in a tight race, you would think close games, but that's why the NFC West is so weird, right?
Right.
You see the AFC West games, man, come down to the wire all the time. You know, the Chiefs have been doing this. Yeah, they own the AFC West, but they're normally playing in close football games. So, yeah, it's definitely interesting to me. So we're both staying away from that one, but that's one to watch. That's one that I might jump on later. But at this point, I'm not. So next one up. This one feels way too tempting. The Atlanta Falcons going to Denver. All right. Denver's 2.5-point home favorites here. Okay. This is interesting to me because if we play, if this game is going, let's say week 2 or 3, I don't believe this spread is what it is. Okay,
Okay.
I think the Falcons are probably favored. Right? It's probably the opposite. Falcons by 2.5.
Right.
Denver's defense has been really, really good. Okay,
Absolutely.
very good. It appears that they have a quarterback. That's the one thing that I'm not super stoked about is that Denver has a quarterback on a rookie deal with a loaded defense. They look like they're going to be a problem. They're not going to win the AFC West this year, obviously, but they're here. Okay, we finally have a challenger. I think over the Chargers. I know that Harbaugh has improved them. They have a better record than Denver, but they have Justin Herbert that they have to pay a shit ton of money to. Okay, Broncos don't have to do that with Bo Nix. I think we're seeing a minor overreaction though right now. Okay, so honestly, I like the Falcons here. I like the
Absolutely.
Falcons plus the 3 on the road. I think that people are overreacting to how Denver looked last week against us. I think that they're kind of sold on them. I don't think the Broncos are here yet. I know I said that they're here. They are a problem, but they're a little bit ahead of schedule. Okay, I like the Falcons. I think the Falcons are a better football team. I'm taking the Falcons plus 3 on the road at Denver.
Dude, I absolutely love that pick. Really, really do. I've already got, let's see, I think I've got I know I haven't set all my bets yet, but I want to make sure I'm not, let's see, 1, 2.
I think that's only your third one.
Yeah, I know, but I'm saying in my slip, I've got 5 picks. I'm really, really debating on throwing that one in there. I love that. Because, dude, like you said, I don't know. I feel like it's an overreaction to what they did against the Chiefs. Let's do it. Let's roll with it. I'm gonna go Atlanta Falcons plus 3. Let me pull the lines up real quick. Atlanta Falcons plus 3, 1 unit. Boom, got it done. So
Okay,
let's just roll with that.
All right.
I'm not gonna overthink it. Let's roll with it.
Okay. So you and I both have Atlanta plus the 3. Next up, Kansas City Chiefs heading to Buffalo. Biggest game of the season so far?
For sure.
Okay. Many people think the Bills are a better football team right now. They're 8-2. Chiefs are 9-0. Many people believe Buffalo is a better football team right now, and they could be right? Like they could be. The Bills have gotten the Chiefs during the regular season a couple times now. I already know what you're doing here. I'm doing the same thing. So why don't you tell? And I'm just guessing, but I think I have a good hunch. Are you going with the Chiefs here?
Yeah, dude. You absolutely have to go with the Chiefs anytime they're an underdog. It's insane that the Chiefs would be an underdog in this spot. Guys, this is gonna feel like a bit of a soapbox, but I kind of get why the line is what it is because the Buffalo Bills the last few times have gotten the Chiefs in the regular season and pretty convincingly. Obviously, last year was a little bit different, had the controversial ending, but anytime Patrick Mahomes is a underdog in the regular, anytime Patrick Mahomes is an underdog, you have to take the bet. So
do you know the percentage on that?
Like what his record is when he's the underdog? Is that what you're?
When he's the underdog, he has won 70% of the games. Not just covered the spread; they win outright 70% of the time that they're not favored.
Yeah.
So what it actually would tell you is we probably should be taking the Chiefs money line here.
That's what I was gonna say because it's plus 110. If you take the Chiefs money line, plus 2 is minus 108. So just playing in the odds. I don't know, dude. I'm very tempted to take the Bills just off of emotional insurance and based on them getting the regular season upper hand more times than not. But like Dusty just said, it's a 70% chance that the Chiefs are gonna are gonna cover the spread. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna go KC Chiefs +2 at the Buffalo Bills.
So the book that I use has got them at +2.5, and I'm going to take it at +3. So
Okay.
it's -125 at the +3. So I'm taking that. I really want to take the Chiefs money line here, ultimately, but I'm going to go ahead and take the points just for a little extra cushion. And yeah, I normally bet on the opposite side of this. I normally go against the Chiefs, just for the emotional insurance if my team loses, or I can still have some comfort knowing I won a little bit of money. But yeah, I think we take the Chiefs here. So
Hey, one other thing to consider. The best bet in the NFL is if the Chiefs get down in the game, especially if it's 10 points, you got to bet the Chiefs money line live and just clean up, take advantage of those good odds. And especially in a game where the Bills are already favored, if the Chiefs get down by 7 or down by 10, dude, throw a little bit of money on the Chiefs to come back and win the game outright. Don't throw a ton of money on it, but it's a good chance to probably win some good money, because every time the Chiefs are down by 10, I think that's a 70 or 80% chance that they win the game, which is crazy. Every other team in NFL history is like below 40%. Like the Patriots, when in their heyday, when they were down by 10%, or when they were down by 10 points, they would come back and win at like a 40% clip. So just something to think about. But with all that being said, we're done talking about it. We got our bets in. Let's move on to the next game.
okay, all right. Bengals on the road against the Chargers. Chargers are 1.5-point home favorites. Yeah, I don't really necessarily like this game. It sounds like you're betting it. Are you going on this one?
Yes, I bet this a couple days ago, but for whatever reason, my sports book is not popping up. Or sorry, my bet.
Did you get the did you get the Bengals at better odds?
I did. I want to say I got the Bengals +2.5, but let me double check if it'll let me. Let's see. Open. There we go. All right. So I have the Bengals +2.5 at the LA Chargers. Guys, the Bengals are covering spreads left and right. I mean, they are fighting for their lives. They are probably the best bad team we've seen in years. So I took the Bengals +2.5. They've been on a roll covering these spreads, like I said. I think the Chargers are kind of an up and down team. I see the Bengals going in and winning the game outright. So I'm taking them +2.5.
Okay. I am taking the Bengals money line.
Hell yeah.
Okay. So I think the Bengals are going to go in and win the game. I think you said it's weird that we're agreeing on all these things. I'm not used to that, but because I think we've agreed on literally everything today. Yeah, I like the Bengals to go in and win. Bengals offense is legit. The defense has been the downfall for them. I don't think the Chargers are good enough on offense to keep up. I think the Chargers have played, in my opinion, a pretty darn weak schedule. They play an old school brand of football that Joe Burrow is going to have tons of opportunities in this game. So Bengals money line, that's my play. That's my final play of the week. That leads us to the last game, Monday night, Texans at Cowboys. Dak is out for the rest of the season, getting his surgery done. The line is 7 here. The Texans are 7-point road favorites. Cooper Rush, obviously at QB. I like, if I was going to bet this, I would like to play the Cowboys covering at home, but I'm not going to touch it.
Yeah, I'm not touching it either. I've been burnt a couple times now by thinking the Cowboys can cover, but they just can't. They cannot keep it close for whatever reason. They are cooked, as the young kids say. So I'm just going to stay away from it. I've got another game that I like better for my final game on this week's picks. So I'm just gonna stay away from it.
Did we miss it? Because that was
We
the
might
last game
have.
I've got.
You were going in a different order than what I was seeing on my screen. By the way, Justin Day says Texans -42. So
What game did we miss? Oh, Browns and Saints.
yeah,
I did miss that one. Okay.
yeah. I took Cleveland Browns money line because to do money line it was -110, which -110 for those of you who bet quite a bit. That's usually the odds that you get whenever you bet somebody in the spread. So instead of being -102, I went ahead and moved it to just Browns money line and took the -110. This is the Jameis Winston revenge game. Cleveland Browns really dropped the ball last week, and so yeah, I just like them. I think the Saints overperformed. I think the Browns under. I think the Saints overperformed. The Browns underperformed. I really like the Cleveland Browns in this spot to kind of spoil the Saints' day at home. So I'm going to go ahead and go Cleveland Browns money line for my final pick of the week.
I like it, man. Yeah, that's straight up a pick 'em. I can't even get on mine. I can't even get odds other than just a pick 'em. So Browns are -110, Saints are -110. Two bad football teams. I agree with you. I mean, Saints had a nice win last week after firing their coach. We see that all the time. People rally together. We saw it when Jameis Winston, in his first start, and the Browns looked good. So I do like that. I've already got 6 games on the slate, though. I'm going to stick with those 6. So that is our official picks. So let's run through these. I'll go first, Hunter. Is that good?
Sounds good to me, buddy.
All right. I got the Washington Commanders at Philadelphia. I'm taking Washington +4. I got the Ravens on the road at the Steelers, taking the Ravens -2. I've got the Dolphins at home against the Raiders. All right. Taking the Dolphins -6. Colts on the road at the Jets. Colts +4. Falcons on the road at the Broncos. Falcons +3. And the Kansas City Chiefs on the road against the Buffalo Bills. Kansas City Chiefs +3.
Okay. So I've got the Atlanta Falcons +3 on the road against the Denver Broncos. I've got the Cleveland Browns outright win. Cleveland Browns money line at the New Orleans Saints. Washington Commanders +4 tonight, Thursday Night Football. Commanders +4 against the Philadelphia Eagles at home. I got the Cincinnati Bengals +2.5 against the LA Chargers. I got the KC Chiefs +2 against the Buffalo Bills at Buffalo Bills. And then I've got the Ravens -3 at the Pittsburgh Steelers. Those are my 6 picks for the week. Yeah, what a great show today. Hey, Dusty, go ahead and tell the people that the good news about our Facebook page for Big Bet Bros.
Well, hang on. I did miss one of my picks. I forgot that I did the Bengals money line. Okay, so that was my 7th pick. Bengals money line. Our Facebook page. We've been doing this a little bit long enough now, and we are streaming on our Facebook page. If you guys know anybody that's interested in this stuff, share it. Give us a like, follow it. Just go check it out. We're slowly gaining traction. Like we said, 15 minutes ago, we're not professionals. We're doing this for fun. We've had success doing it the last couple of years, and this has been really, really enjoyable. We're getting more interaction. We got some people that are getting on here pretty much every week, chiming in, which is great. And yeah, the more the merrier. And keep checking it out. Keep sharing it with folks.
Yeah, I 100% agree with everything he said. We've had a lot of fun this season. We're just trying to figure everything out. And, it's pretty cool that, our Facebook page, we can now live stream because it's over 60 days old. So, they don't just let anybody stream live on Facebook anymore, guys. It's kind of a big deal. So, we are now capable and able to live stream. So, make sure you guys are checking out our official page. If you're watching the show from one of our personal pages, that's awesome too. But right there in the middle, Big Bet Bros, that logo, go ahead and search that into the Facebook search bar and give our page a like and a follow. If you can. But with all that being said, man, that's all I've got for today. Feeling really good about this week. Let's keep the winning rolling.
Yeah, Justin, that's a good point, man. Some special guests next year. I actually wanted to have somebody on this week that was a Buffalo guy, and we just didn't make that happen. And yeah, if you want to be on the show next year, Justin, this setup is nice, man. You can hop on and we can just live stream you in. It's easy to do. So there was one other thing I was going to say. Oh yeah, if you're on TikTok, if you're on Instagram, other social media platforms, we're on those as well. Our TikTok probably is doing the best of anything. Would you agree with that, Hunter?
Yeah, let me just show you what we got going on TikTok.
It's nothing phenomenal, but it's definitely good for a little pilot season.
Yeah.
So
yeah, we've got 1,293 likes. We've only got 52 followers, but yeah, we've got multiple videos with over 1,000 views. Nothing crazy groundbreaking, but random people from all over the internet are, talking shit on our picks or telling us we made good picks. So that's always a good sign if somebody cares enough to take time and energy out of their day to either criticize or praise what we are doing. So check us out on TikTok, man. That thing is only going to get bigger, and that is Big Bet Bros 7. And I know what a lot of you are thinking. Oh, you guys don't even have the rights to your own name. Well, apparently this name was used by a couple bots a couple years ago, but we are the actual, real functioning page. We're not just, a couple people in some other country that threw up some scam stuff. So with all that being said, man, Big Bet Bros, it's been a lot of fun. At this point, I'm rambling. Dusty, do you have anything to add?
No, I'm excited for week 11. It's crazy how fast football season goes, man. It's just, we wait and wait and wait for it to get here, and then it just flies by. We're going to be to the playoffs in no time. I mean, we're less than 2 months away. And yeah, then the nerves really start. Then we start throwing 10 units down on games. Ooh.
And live betting.
Yeah. Live betting. Live betting. All right. Hey, you guys all have a fantastical week. We have some awesome games. Seriously. I mean, the Ravens and Steelers game is massive. The Chiefs-Bills game is massive. The Chiefs lock up the 1 seed if they win. Like it's officially over if they win this game. So maybe not the end of the world if they lose, but that's a big deal. I would love to go to some home football games in January. So
for sure.
All right, guys. Have a good week, everybody.
Okay.
Big Bet Bros out.
Guys. All right. See ya.